Welcome to another video. This week we're flying on Air Europa's 787-9 Dreamliner from here in Madrid over to Barcelona in Spain. We'll start off in the lounge, so join me as we fly on this wide-body aircraft inside Spain. Welcome to Checking Aviation. The Air Europa lounge here in Madrid is quite sparse. It's very clinical with not much of a food choice. The seats are low, the tables are low, and the only thing it really has to offer are great views of the apron. Checking Aviation Junior's joining me on this mission, and we had something to eat and drink, wasted a couple of hours, recharged the batteries on the phones as well as ourselves, and as you can see from the next clip, I wasn't very impressed. Now I know we're lucky to be able to use this lounge, but the lounge does come with a business class fare, and these tables and chairs were so low I think I put my back out just using them. But anyway, enough of that. Let's listen to this sausage explaining what the plan of action is today, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. This is Madrid International Airport, and today's flight is on the 787-9. It's operated by Air Europa, and it's one of the very few wide-body aircraft you can fly on internally in any country in Europe. Today's flight is about an hour and 20 minutes. We'll have a look, we're flying business class, we'll take a look at the plane. Let's have a look at the airline first, have a look at the plane, and I'll see you on board. Anyone seen that man's carer? Anyway, Air Europa used to operate a quite varied fleet, including Embraer's A330s, but all they've really got now is the 737 and 787 Dreamliner. Founded in 1986, they are the third largest airline in Spain after Iberia and Vueling, who knows. Their first Dash 8 Dreamliner was delivered on the 15th of March 2016, with the Dash 9 first delivered to them in February 2018. They have a two-class cabin configuration of 30 business class seats and 303 in economy. Now this part of the airport here in Madrid is quite busy. There's people just walking into you left, right and centre, so we couldn't actually wait to get on board, and eventually we called through for boarding and boarded this 787-9 Dreamliner for this 1 hour-ish flight. Now as you can see, it's a very nice interior on this Dreamliner. There's 30 seats in business class, and each one has a 17-inch monitor with a flat bed with 56cm width and 203cm length. The windows are quite large and they're mounted higher in the fuselage to allow the passengers to see the horizon. The seat's made by a company called Jamco Venture apparently, and the aircraft is made from 50% composite materials, including reinforced plastic polymer, and that's used on most parts of the aircraft, and the wingtips improve efficiency and fuel burn. So all the normal functions come with this seat: the sitting up straight button, the laying down flat button, and the electronic window shades, which can be controlled by the cabin crew, which no one is a fan of, let's be honest. But they left them open during this flight, thankfully. To the left there's the remote control for the RFE if you don't want to be bothered to lean forward and touch the screen, and a nice big area to your left to put anything on, such as the orange juice they brought around before taking off, and the earphones, which basically are there to sell you stuff on the RFE as you can't watch anything else. Soon enough this lovely man pulled the air bridge away from the aircraft, and we got a view of the apron and sat there for a little while until we pushed back to start the engines. Now the Trent 1000 is the engine of choice for Air Europa's 787s, and they reduce the engine noise and fuel consumption and are quite popular with a lot of airlines. Pretty soon we did push back, get those engines started, and began a long taxiway to the other side of the massive Madrid airport for our departure out to the east. Now this was a really beautiful flight. The aircraft stayed at quite a low altitude, obviously because of the distance, and the views below were stunning all the way through. And a little while into the flight they brought round this little square sachet which contained the smallest face wipe in the history of mankind. It's alright if you've got like a Smurf or maybe a pet squirrel that you want to wipe the face off, but that's about it really. The touchscreen, as I mentioned before, didn't really work. It came on towards the end part of the flight just with adverts and selling stuff basically if you wanted to buy a donkey ride or some paella. And my best view really for the whole flight was this window view, and the views were as far as the eye could see, and towards landing got even better. Let's listen to the speech by this biscuit. If you can hear him, I might actually put subtitles on this because this Wally isn't speaking loud enough.
There's nothing on the TV. They give you headphones just to sell you stuff. They make you listen to Spanish advertisement for the cafe. There's no TV on the shop. It's a good flight though. So far so good. This one for the food. See what happens.
After a little while, a cream cheese and a ham roll was brought round to everyone with a can of Coke and 2 fingers, and I ate that, looked out of the window, and pretty soon we were starting our descent down into Barcelona, and I'll leave you to look at some of the beautiful views.